Court across southeast Nigeria going to a halt aimed at threat from unnamed Biafran separatists. Welcome back to Biafra News Support Biafra. People of goodwill, Ada Biafra here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Depending on where you're watching me from, Biafrans, I bring you another update. 5 days ago, if I'm not mistaken, 4 to 5 days ago, Biafra Prime Minister gave ultimatum to Zultari State to return all Biafrans in prison out of Biafraland to Biafraland. He also announced the shutdown of all these criminal courts in Biafraland, bringing insecurity, instability, and anarchy in Biafraland, imposing Fulani stooge in the name of governors on Biafrans, like the likes of Hopo Zodenjo and the Pitamba. We all know that Hopo Zodenjo was a forerunner in Imo State election, but these criminal courts succeeded in making him the governor of Imo State. And look at how he has turned Imo State today. Has turned Imo State upside down, if not for Bridgie government. And then 2 days ago, SAR reporters announced that Owerri Division Court of Appeal announces temporary shutdown over security concern, and they did not mention these security concerns. While Bridgie is in charge, you have a government now speaking and defending the people, speaking for the people and defending the land of Biafra. So the earlier they realize this, the better for them. So Owerri Division Court of Appeal shut down over security concerns, and they did not mention the so-called security concerns. That is for you to see that the fear of Bridgie is the governor of wisdom. Well, friends, before I continue with this very update, I would like to welcome all the new and old subscribers. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, please kindly click the red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell right beside it to enable you to get notification once I upload a new video. Don't forget to share, like, leave your comment at the comment section, and please tune in once you get notification. Corruption. Here again, I want to talk about this. They said unnamed Biafran separatists. That is why Biafran separatists. Are these people serious? Well, pay attention to this very news. Let them keep deceiving themselves. This very news is coming from the Nigerian lawyer.com, and it says court across southeast Nigeria. Security concerns have been raised after an unknown individual began circulating a threatening statement demanding the release of detained Biafrans and threatening threatening the closure of a federal court in southeast region of Nigeria. If you're done, the inflammatory message accuses these courts when you people are done saying insecurity, instability, let the court of justice, let them know equity and fairness. It specifically blames the court for governorship of Hopos or the governorship of 72 hours. Who the statement alleged he has destroyed the lives of our women and children. Of course, over a division court of appeal have been shut down. Are you not seeing? Over security concerns? Did they tell you the security concerns? The answer is no. Let them not shut down. Not be seeing videos of people running out of their communities and villages in South East. That was they said Biafran and threatening the closure of federal courts in Southeast region of Nigeria. The unsigned statement, which claims to be from the Biafra government, demand that the Nigeria government return all the 10 Biafrans to the Southeast within 72 hours. Imo State. On Sunday, October 27, 2024. Do you know what Hopo Zodema planned to do? The statement threatened to evict all non-Biafran judges and indefinitely shut down the court of appeal division in Owerri, Oka, and Enugu, as well as all federal high courts and national industrial court in the region, starting from October 29, 2024. All right, the inflammatory message accuses this court of bringing anarchy, death, they are forcing bringing anarchy, death, insecurity, instability, instead of justice, equity, and fairness. It specifically blames the court for the governorship of Hopo Zodema, who the statement alleged has destroyed the lives of our women and the children. Reports indicate that in the wake of this statement, the named court are no longer in session in Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, and Abia State. This has stalled all pending cases, including urgent matters with no end to the. Well, pay attention to this very news in the site. It says courts across Southeast Nigeria going to a halt. The Nigerian law recalled that this week the Court of Appeal Owerri Division suspended sitting. Security concerns have been raised after unknown despite the fact that we have issued demanding the release of detained for the period from October 28 to November 1st. We threatening the closure of federal security in southeast region of Nigeria. If you are done to postpone the sittings this week, when you people are done saying unnamed issued are hereby let the court not close. Let them not shut down.
Want to play with Bridgie?
Even Biafra chief of staff,
and Bridgie is in control.
Posted it. Meanwhile, a legal practitioner who spoke on condition of anonymity informed the Nigerian lawyer,
you people are done deceiving yourself.
Let's see, the Nigerian lawyer that
division
secession proceeded normally
temporary
last
over
week
security
in
concern. Did they tell you the security concern?
The previous week,
Let them not shut
both the state high court and the federal high court
in these jurisdictions were fully operational.
They said Biafran and threatening the closure of federal court in Southeast region of Nigeria. The unsigned statement, which claims to be from the Biafra government, demand that the Nigeria government return all detained Biafrans to the southeast within 72 hours, expiring on Sunday, October 27, 2024. Following this, the statement threatened to evict all non-Biafran judges and indefinitely shut down the Court of Appeal Division in Owerri, Oka, and Enugu, as well as all federal high courts and national industrial court in the region, starting from October 29, 2024. All right. The inflammatory message accuses this court of bringing bringing anarchy, death, insecurity, instability, instead of justice, equity, and fairness. It specifically blames the court for the governorship of Hope Uzodinma, who the statement alleged has destroyed the lives of our women and the children. Reports indicate that in the wake of this statement, the named courts are no longer in session in Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, and Abia State. This has stalled all pending cases, including urgent matters, with no end to the impasse in the site. All right. The Nigerian law recalled that this week the Court of Appeal Owerri Division suspended certain security concern, according to the court, despite the fact that we have issued a hearing notice for the period from October 28 to November 1st. We are compelled by some security concern to postpone the sittings this week. All hearing notices issued are hereby cancelled. You want to play with Bridgie? We own Biafraland and Bridgie is in control. Meanwhile, a legal practitioner who spoke on condition of anonymity informed the Nigerian lawyer that court secession proceeded normally last week in Enugu and Oka, as well as the previous week in Abakaliki. Both the state high court and the federal high court in these jurisdictions were fully operational. The security concerns appear to be unequally highlighted in Owerri. Okay. A source told our correspondent that authorities are investigating the origins of the statement and working to address the security concern it has raised. The individual or group behind the message is currently unknown. This is very funny, seriously. What is people? What news this thing is this? He said the individual is what exactly is on. If you people are done deceiving yourselves, there is guarantee the kitchen. You people should go and eat a barara. When he said the individual, this thing is unknown. Are these serious? Now let me bring you back to this very most from Prime Minister. If those courts think they have 7 heads, let them open. Let them not meet Bridges' demand, and they continue to work. Let's see. Then we'll tell you people that own Biafraland that enough is enough. He said the individual is still unknown. Why did they even speak it? He said the individual is what exactly? So this is very funny, seriously. They are scared of Bridgie. They will continue to be scared. All right, here, this very ultimatum states that he noted that Biafra Prime Minister, here they said, Simon Ekpa. This was the first day, this Biafra Prime Minister issued this very ultimatum, and it's from Daily Times. This very update was from Daily Times. It was from Daily Times 5 days ago. And this Nigerian lawyer, whatever it is, said the individual's identity is still unknown. Are these people serious? Here it says, Simon Ekpa-led government has issued a fresh ultimatum to Nigeria government for the return of all detained Biafrans, judges of Igbo descent, to the southeastern region. Ekpa made this known in a statement through his X handle on Thursday. According to him, the ultimatum, which is expected to last till 27th of October 2024, was a decision after a meeting held on Thursday. He noted that the Nigeria judicial system had contributed to the insecurity in the region by installing anti-people's governors, setting the example of Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. The Biafra agitator Ekpa further threatened lockdown of all federal courts in southeast from 29th of October 2024 if his demands is not met. Similarly, he called for judges of non-Biafra descent to leave the southeastern region. The Biafra government, in an emergency cabinet meeting today, and approved a resolution to demand the Nigeria government to return every Biafran being detained outside Biafraland within 72 hours. The 72 hours will expire on Sunday, 27th of October 2024. Failing to adhere to this demand, the Biafra government also voted for the resolution to evict every non-Biafra judge and lock down the following institutions: Federal Government Court of Appeal in Owerri, Federal Government Court of Appeal in Awka, Federal Government Court of Appeal in Enugu, Judicial Division or Federal Government High Court in Biafraland, and National Industrial Court in Biafraland. The Biafra government resolved that these institutions have brought anarchy, death, insecurity, and instability instead of justice, equity, and fairness. It was this court that brought Hope Uzodinma that have destroyed the lives of our women and children. These institutions will therefore be in lockdown indefinitely from 29th of October 2024. Every judges that are not from Biafraland is hereby requested to go back to their regions as their security will no longer be guaranteed, he stated. So here is the ultimatum given to Zultaris to return all Biafrans in prison out of Biafraland to Biafraland. And I have not heard of this very news media before. Which one is the Nigerian lawyer.com saying did they say unnamed Biafra separatists? Let them keep deceiving themselves. His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa and Biafra government is in charge of Biafraland, and the PM of the United States of Biafra, USB Mazi Simon Ekpa, gave order for all the Nigeria courts to be closed down, never to open until Hamadike all those illegally detained by Nigeria court are released. Did you hear that? Anna Wonere. What is unnamed? It is Biafra government led by the Honorable Prime Minister, His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra, and the good guy himself, Ambassador of Peace. Are these people serious? When will this brown envelope journalism write as it is? I say when, all in the name of protecting already failed government, the order is given and must be obeyed. Bridgie government remains in charge of Biafra territories. Mazi Simon Ekpa, did you have the template of Biafra restoration? No, be online by Ndimbu. Who is the unnamed Biafra separatist? PM, they are getting the message very clear and they are getting the point. The terrorist state must fall and there is nothing they can do about it. They play, they show, and see they talk. They obey. That name that is too difficult for them to pronounce will one day become their daily anthem. We move. No matter the narrative, the message has been passed and the concerned authorities are obeying it. So there is nothing they can let them keep deceiving themselves. Court across Southeast Nigeria to a halt. The threat from unnamed Biafran separatists. Biafra Defense Forces have the ability to do much more than the Nigerian terrorist state than they could imagine. So Biafrans, I'll stop here. Imagine unnamed Biafra separatists. It is clear what needs to be not what needs to happen, and we are with you, our PM. When the people's government speaks, the enemy is listening and obey. So let them keep deceiving themselves. You can imagine. That is why they are fighting to stop people from speaking. It is a shame to those Nigerian news medias. Let them keep deceiving themselves, unnamed Biafran separatists. Just imagine that. Well, dear friends, I'll stop here. Don't forget to share, like, leave your comments at the comment section, and please turn in once you get notification. God bless you, Biafra Prime Minister. Bridgie is in charge, and there is nothing they can do about it. Now we have a government. Once the government orders, the enemies obey. And that is how it will continue until they are all out of Biafraland. So the ultimatum still stands. Return all Biafrans in Nigeria prison to Biafraland. Especially Biafrans that are not in Nigeria, they are not in prison in Biafraland, they should be returned to Biafraland, and Ahmadike is on conditional release. And all these judges that are not from Biafraland should go back to their region. They have done enough in Biafraland. They have wreaked enough havoc, bringing Fulani stooge, forcing Fulani stooge on Biafrans. Enough is enough. So that is it. And please turn in once you get notification. Thank you all. Bridgie is in charge, and this government is our government. There is nothing they can do about it. Thank you all.